Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so I think it's been a hot minute since I've done a Diddy video. Now, yes, I still stay up to date with it. I just sort of stopped making videos about it. As you guys know, he was allegedly found guilty on like 2 out of 5 charges. And now we got some more recent reports. Before we hop into the video, leave a like for your boy so I don't cry myself to sleep every night. And of course, take everything with a grain of salt. It's allegations, sources, reports, but here's a new one. Inquisitor.com reports Sean Diddy Combs' life behind bars is nothing like he expected. Diddy was accused of running a traffic operation alongside several women, including his girlfriend at the time, Cassie Ventura. His trial ended with 2 convictions on 2 counts of transportation for prostitution. This means he will be living in prison for at least 20 years, as the maximum sentence for these charges is 10 years per count. Although he's not found guilty of the more serious crimes like being a racket and conspiracy, his life in prison is still hellish. According to an exclusive report by Radar Online, Diddy is living in constant fear for his life. The swagger's gone and he's a broken wreck, an insider revealed. He's allegedly scared that he could get unalived inside the jail any day, including by the guards who are out to get him. As he claims, he's been climbing the wall since the day he was thrown in jail, and it's worn him down to the point where he's a shadow of himself. He has panic attacks and has never had a single good night's sleep because he lives in fear. A source said he walked into the prison thinking he'd be a cult figure, but people treat him with contempt and think he's a creepy Hollywood scumbag, the source added. He's barely eating because he says he's being served maggot-infested food and treated worse than a rat. So allegedly inside prison, Diddy is just living the worst time of his life. There's nothing in there he enjoys. I'm just a little confused. Do they have baby oil in prison? Okay, I'm joking. It's a joke. Well, Diddy now allegedly has some new demands. Here's a new report. Rollingout.com reports Diddy demands acquittal or new trial. And it says that he's scheduled for sentencing on October 3rd. Now Diddy is allegedly demanding a new trial at the very least. He's accusing prosecutors of overreaching. Diddy is also allegedly asking the judge to vacate the convictions. 2 counts of transportation for prostitution, accusing the U.S. Department of Justice of mischaracterizing his charges under the original definition of prostitution under the Mann Act. First enacted 110 years ago and also nicknamed the White Traffic Act, his legal filing argues the prosecution should have considered the modern legal definition. Diddy's legal team is requesting that Judge Aaron toss out the convictions because when the Mann Act was enacted back in 1910, was a woman who had outside marriage. And then it says Diddy describes himself as a voyeur. Sean Diddy Combs is faced with multiple years in federal prison despite being exonerated on the trafficking and racketeering charges. His legal team wants the judge to see that the male workers he invited to his freak-offs around the country were a case of him paying them for their time. He also describes himself as a voyeur, which is relatively not, I guess, against the law. Diddy is scheduled to be sentenced on October 3rd. He is facing up to 10 years in prison for each charge. Currently, Diddy remains detained inside the Metropolitan Detention Center, where he has been since his arrest 1 year ago this month. Legal experts reportedly predict that the judge will subtract whatever time he decides to give Diddy for the 12 months he has already been housed in the federal jail. Well, Diddy, if you get 10 years per count instead of 20, at least it's only 19 now. Look on the bright side. I'm still standing taller than ever. I'm not gonna lie though, that kind of confuses me. So his argument and why he wants a retrial or whatever is because the Mann Act was made in 1910, and then you got the definition of what a worker. Bro, holy man. You know what I say? Because who else is so sick of the world in the 9-to-5s? I say they get rid of the old system completely and just come up with new things. Because honestly, even when you look at people working 9-to-5s, you look at this, it's like all these laws were created like 100 years ago.
In Virginia, hunting on Sundays is prohibited unless it's raccoons.
And some of them honestly don't really even make sense for today's time when you think about it.
In Arizona, for example, it is illegal for donkeys to sleep in a bathtub.
But there's nothing about swimming pools.
I'm not talking about anything Diddy's facing, by the way. I just mean other things. Like, instead of a 9 to 5, why can't people get paid double what they're making without inflation or anything going up? But now, instead of working 40 hours, they're only allowed to work 20. So say you make $20, now you make 40, but you can only work 20 hours a week. Do you know how much more happy people would be in the world? No more 5 days a week, 9 to 5? I don't know.
Yes, 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 yes.
And in other news, Diddy's daughters were just popping off. And a lot of people love to bring up how they're doing this and that while their dad's in jail, which doesn't make sense to me because I'm like, yo, they're kids that still need to live their lives. HotNewHipHop.com just reported Diddy's daughters rock the runway at nightclub event with family support. It says Diddy continues his attempts to evade his federal prison sentence and reverse to an acquittal regarding his conviction for charges of transportation. Elsewhere, Sean Combs' family is making sure to keep busy in other areas amid their support. According to TMZ, his twin daughters and Chance Combs recently walked the runway at LA Lisque 10th anniversary show at Los Angeles Avalon Hollywood nightclub on Thursday night. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, they were popping off, going off, and showing out. They're doing well, I don't know. They're not really doing dances. They're just showing like modeling skills, I guess clothes. Everything's purple. There you guys go. The report also reads, Puff knows his family continues to stand behind him. Perhaps the next milestone will be one he will be able to attend. So there you guys go, ladies and gentlemen. A little update on Diddy. He allegedly wants a retrial. Life in prison is just terrible. His daughters, his family, they're still trying to live their own lives. If I'm being honest, out of anybody I would feel the most for, it'd be his twin daughters. I believe they just graduated high school, so what, they're like 18 years old or something like that. Think about it. Their mother, unfortunately, you know, lost her life. Their father is now in prison. Like, if anything, I just feel for his daughters, man, really.
Have you spoken to your dad? How's he holding up?
And the other people I really feel for are, if a lot of these people are honestly telling the truth about what Diddy allegedly did to them, obviously I feel for the victims, man. And that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I was definitely a lot more serious than I usually am, but hey, it's kind of a serious situation.
At rock bottom, but I make no excuses. My behavior on that video is inexcusable.
If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, and if you made it to the very end, leave a comment right now and just say acquittal. Say acquittal. I don't know if you can spell it. I can't. But that's how I know you made it to the end. I hope you guys have a great day.